There are 196 countries in this world, and 193 of them use a metric system. The three countries that use the imperial system are the United States, Liberia, and Myanmar. However, what is the true purpose of using a system that only tends to confuse us when converting units used by the majority of the countries? Some argue that we should adopt what is used by 98% of the world, while others argue that we should stick with the system that is more convenient and makes sense to us. Citizens of the United States have debated switching to the metric system for years on end. Many of them have argued that switching to the world standard system would allow for better acceptance of values in areas such as science, sports, and even architecture. Coming to a consensus of using such units would allow for better communications with the United States internationally regarding these topics. Some say that instead of requiring a conversion calculator to understand the measurements from the other part of the world, we should just make it easier on ourselves to switch over to the worldwide system. Although the metric system is most used around the world, would it truly benefit the United States as a whole to switch? The imperial system was originally used by the British Empire and was created in 1824. The imperial system was inspired by a need for the people's convenience when using measurements. An inch is an approximate size of your thumb, a foot is about the length of an average male's foot, an acre is how much area of land an average man could plow back in the day. And lastly, a yard is the distance between King Henry I of England's nose to his thumb with an arm extended. It is now much easier to measure in terms of cups, ounces, spoons, and barrels compared to measuring in terms that are not related to household items such as milliliters and liters. I interviewed a friend, Stephen Bishop, about his opinion on whether our nation should switch to the metric system or not. What do you think about the United States adopting the metric system?
I don't think it would be a great idea to change a system that we all grew up learning about and have grown so accustomed to.
What aspects of daily life do you feel will be most heavily impacted by such change?
I think driving would be impacted for sure. For starters, I feel like it'd be a waste of time to convert all of the speed limit signs to accommodate for the change in miles per hour. And second, all the cars nowadays have speedometers that primarily show miles per hour. And having to read like the smaller text on the dashboard would likely cause more struggles behind the wheel and even accidents. Speed limits would be almost obsolete because drivers would confuse miles per hour with kilometers per hour.
That's an excellent answer, and thank you for your time.
No problem, thank you.
The United States may either benefit from adopting the metric system, or it may cause confusion altogether. Switching to the metric system may benefit with communications with other nations worldwide. However, staying with the imperial system may benefit the people with its units of measurement. The question is for the majority of America to decide. Should we make it easier for the rest of the world, or keep it simple and beneficial for us?